If you want to have a successful online business in 2024, you need to have an optimized landing page, which is why in this video, I'm going to be giving 7 tips for your landing page that will instantly improve your conversions and help you book way more meetings. And these tips work for any niche. They're completely universal and have helped myself and my clients book thousands of meetings in the past year alone. So let's get right into it. If you don't have a good landing page, you're throwing thousands of dollars in the trash of potential clients. So with these 7 tips, I'm going to be going over the most important things when it comes to actually converting traffic into clients. Tip number 1, create a compelling and bold headline. Your headline is the first impression your landing page is going to give off on the potential client. So if you want to actually convert the traffic into paying customers, you need to have a headline that captures attention, solves a problem, promises a benefit, and states the main benefit and transformation your product or service delivers. A good example of this is Nespresso. What does Nespresso do? It saves people time and money from going to a cafe, spending money time driving with their car. So a good headline is save money and get your coffee faster. Simple and easy, states right away what the product does, easy. Always remember the headline is usually the first thing the client sees, so you need to have it dialed in to immediately state what's in it for them. The next thing is going to help a ton with getting more conversions on your site. It's having a video sales letter. In 2024, having a VSL is super critical if you want to convert traffic into paying customers. Your VSL should be top and center of the page, right under the headline. And as for the content itself, there are 3 main things you should focus on when creating the VSL. One is have your offer clear and bold. Implement the social proof. Just put as much social proof as you can in this. And remember, make sure it's benefit focused. I'm not going to go too into depth about how to create a VSL in this video, but if you have those 3 things, you're golden. If you don't already have a VSL on your landing page, you need to get one as soon as possible. Adding a VSL alone will 2x your conversions. I swear by this. By showing your face and a little personality, it goes a long way to build trust and credibility in your prospects' eyes. The next tip I'm going to give you is probably the most important when it comes to actually booking meetings with your landing page. But quickly before I get into that, if you're an online business owner and looking to build a converting landing page, I help businesses improve their online presence and authority by building optimized landing pages catered specifically to them. We specialize in converting your traffic into paying customers as quick as possible. So if you're interested in having me build your tailored landing page that is guaranteed to convert, book a free call in the link in my description. Now back to the video. So the third thing I'm going to be getting into now is using social proof on your landing page. Social proof is going to be 80% of the reason why people actually trust you enough to buy. So you need to use this as much as possible. Just put it all over your page as much as possible. There's a lot of different types of social proof, but the ones I personally use are testimonials, reviews, and case studies. Any type of proof that you can actually deliver results is fine, but in my experience, these 3 are the most effective. Social proof is one of the biggest points of leverage you can have, and having these scattered throughout your page is going to really help in gaining trust with your prospects. So it's really important that you're showing off as much social proof as possible. Nobody wants to look at low quality images and videos, which leads me to my next point. You need to be using the most high quality visuals and imagery. Having high quality visuals is essential. As you probably know, people are more accustomed to looking at visuals over reading long paragraphs. Long gone are the days of these big long webinar landing pages with just mountains and mountains of text. We got to get away from that. So make sure that the visuals you're showing are high quality and professional. This is going to make sure your page keeps people on there longer, helps convey your points way easier, and gains trust with potential clients. You want to show people that you know your way around design and you know how to structure and how to have things in a certain hierarchy that will just let the information flow much naturally and get them hooked. The key though is to make sure all this imagery is high quality. No one wants to look at low quality visuals. So if you're having anything that's low quality on your landing page, remove it ASAP. Some tips that are useful for selecting visuals that actually complement your message are Unsplash is a great free tool. You can get plenty of nice images from there. And when it comes to icons, start with Lord Icon and Icons 8. Remember too to make sure the images are under 1 MB. Tip number 5 is creating a call to action. This is your CTA. This is very crucial. Your CTA is one of the most important parts because if it's not convincing or doesn't identify the clear next steps, you're going to lose people. You're not going to get any book calls, and in return, you're not going to close clients. The CTA is basically just that call to action, getting them to take that next step. So it's important that you create a CTA that is compelling and identifies the next steps. So a bad CTA is just click here, start, buy. A good CTA you want to do, start your journey, close more clients now, get more sales now, scale now, grow now. Tip number 6 is to ensure mobile responsiveness. Now for this 6th tip, you need to make sure your landing page isn't just optimized for desktop, but also for mobile. Mobile devices make up over 60% of all web traffic, so you need to make sure that mobile users are getting a good experience on your landing page. Having a mobile-friendly page consists of touch-friendly navigation, optimized visuals, responsive mobile design. The design needs to be formatted differently on mobile than desktop, so even if the majority of your traffic is on desktop, you still need to make sure that anybody who accesses your page from a mobile device has a good experience, because the experience they have is what dictates if you book them on a call or not, or if they just bounce and get off your site. So 70% of visitors will leave your site if it doesn't have good UI, and that includes mobile as well. So the final tip is to optimize loading speed. Up to 45% of people will leave your site if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. This is something that is really overlooked by a lot of business owners. If you have long loading times, it will lead to a much higher bounce rate and return less sales. So to prevent that from happening, you can do a lot of things, but in my opinion, the most effective are: measure the current site performance, have an overview of where you're at to pinpoint where to improve, compress and resize images, use a software like TinyPNG to compress the images, and always shoot for around 100 KB or under for the image size. Last part, for videos, this is super critical. Make sure you embed your videos on YouTube instead of uploading. This is a massive cheat code. Videos are very, very heavy and you will lose a lot of quality if you try to compress them. It's best to first upload on YouTube, then embed the video on your site. YouTube already does a great job of compressing the video for you without losing quality, so you killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Now to wrap up over the 7 tips we covered in this video. First, make sure you have a crystal clear headline that immediately states what's in it for the prospect. Next, create a video sales letter to give an overview of your service and show off your social proof. Third, make sure you're putting a lot of social proof throughout your landing page to gain trust with prospects. If there's only one thing you get from this video, let it be this. Fourth, make sure that any visuals you're using are very high quality and professional. Fifth, optimize your CTA to make sure it's easy for any prospects to follow the next steps and book a call with you. Make it as easy as possible. Just dummy it down and get that next step. Sixth, optimize your page for mobile viewership to make sure you aren't missing out on large amounts of people who view on mobile. And last, optimize your loading speed to lower your bounce rates. Now, you have everything you need to create a high converting landing page, but if you want to learn the fastest way to build a website using AI, check out this video up here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.